Okay, so now we have done the difficult bit of exporting a model into different render layers. We're going to now import those layers into After Effects. Now, you may be importing a series of images, or in my case, it's just a frame. But if you've got an animation going on, it'll be a series of images. So, if I go to my documents where it's saved for me, I can go to Shadows, load, click Cylinder Shadows, click OK, and import another. I'm going to import the other frame, which is Cylinder Beauty. Okay, click OK. Now I'm going to select them both and drag them down into my camera, just below my camera. Okay, so you can see now it looks a bit weird. I'm just going to put the shadows below the beauty, and then it looks normal. So again, I'm going to select them both, and we need these to be 3D layers. So I'm going to click and make them 3D layers, which they now are. So I'm going to come to my, actually I just want to move these kind of into position, just over here like this, something like that. Now my perspective doesn't match up at all. I just want to note that, and that's because what I should have done is imported the matte painting as an image plane, but when you're doing yours you can do that and make sure that it matches the perspective. So what I want to do is, again like we did with the other ones, is go to active camera and go to top, and I just want to make sure that these two layers are on the same area as my midground. So we know the branches are the front ones, and then it's got my midground, so I just want to make sure that they're on the same sort of depth as them. Just match it like that. Okay, so we'll now come back into our active camera, fit to view. So now they should end up moving together, but I just want to scale these down. So when they're both selected, hit scale. Yeah, and something like that. Now the shadow doesn't look realistic at the moment, so what you can do is toggle switches, and one thing you can do is play around with this blending mode. So look at overlay. No, that's too much. Don't like that. Let's have a look at multiply. No, don't like that. What about soft light? No, that's getting better. And maybe just bring it down a touch of transparency, and that's getting a lot better to what we would expect. So before we finish this up, we now just, what we've covered is creating a matte painting, exporting an object into render layers, and then mapping all this into 3D layers, so we've got that parallax. So I'm going to give this a RAM preview, and I'm going to start I'm going to pause it and start it when we've got our final kind of render. Again, my perspective isn't matched up on this, but there we go. Okay, so we're just about rendered, and you'll be able to see now when it plays back that in fact this, now it stops rendering, that this cylinder will be moving with the matte painting. Okay, just like so. Now obviously in terms of objects, it's not the best object to put with this one. I would expect you to kind of just make a sort of simple gravestone with some rock texture on it, and that would be good and ideal. So over the past 2 weeks we've actually learned quite a lot of advanced skills, so you should be happy with what you've learned, because it is very good. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll catch you next time.